Good evening, everyone. This is the Dinosaur here with another game for you. This one is from Cirrus, I believe is how you say that, and if I'm screwing that up, the shame will be eternal, and I will never get over that. But we're going to go with Cirrus. If that's incorrect, I will get that right at some later time. No big deal, but this is Cirrus versus ParkChoRong. Both these players are pretty high masters, but it's going to be a TVT here on Derelict Watcher. That'll throw you for a loop. Nothing really major happening here at the beginning. TVT, what are you going to do? From what Cirrus told me a little bit about this game, it's a little bit crazy, just in terms of a lot of things go wrong, and somehow he pulls out some magic out of his hat, and we will see. So, I mean, we'll just have to see what's going on. It looks like our Korean player from LYGF, which is a pretty highly rated team, certainly not Code S, pro level, but they are certainly up there, a well-recognized team. It looks like Cirrus is not going to wall off where our ParkChoRong, probably just call him Park for short, is not going to. Is going to. Just throw up a supply depot in the barracks here at the front. Just a little bit different build, but really not that much difference. I don't think either one of these will exploit them to any sort of major advantage. But hopefully everything for you guys is going well today. As I mentioned earlier, I think this is my third or fourth cast today now, maybe. I don't know. I love doing them. They're a lot of fun. I was learning a little bit more about the UI, so I do have a couple more of my shortcuts down, because I will need those in order to pass along some information. Both these two SCVs are going to see each other. The army supply, which is one that I always need, and the workers killed. And as I said, ooh, nice little block there just in time. Also, this unit's lost tab. It doesn't always work. It's not always 100%, but usually does pretty well. And so it's just being a little bit annoying here, poking at this supply depot, doing a little bit of extra damage. But with this Marine coming out, he actually will maybe lose it, maybe not. No, he'll get out. Barely, but he will. Same thing on the other side, except Park is not going to get this one out unless he can really juke and jive in some sort of creative fashion. Follow this guy around. A little bit of back and forth is going to occur here, and he went the wrong way. There's no way that one's getting out. So we'll see in that unit's lost, and hey, it did populate properly. Clicking on that is a little odd because I don't know what that does, but pretty great there. As this lonely SCV has quite the story to tell about how he juked and jived around a Marine. Neither one of these players is throwing up an expand yet, but I'm sure that will be going down momentarily. There's Parks and Cirrus right on time, within moments of each other. Yep, within actually 1 game second. So both these builds are very standard. Factory and a reactor going down, same thing over here. So pretty much mirror builds at this point. So even the production tabs are pretty similar. A little bit different timing on a couple things, but no major differences by any means. Man, both have the same amount of units. What do you even talk about in a case like this? It's just a mirror of the two. We'll see who can pull off some sort of miraculous victory here. See if any micro or anything comes into play, but early game TVT, you guys. What are you going to do? Maybe we'll work on getting some cool shots of this awesome, very awesome SCV going to town here. Oh yeah, spinning around. Look at that, you guys. I'm pretty much pro at this observing thing. No big deal. But boom, that thing is going down. So as I said, not a whole lot. Following up with just a 1-1-1 on both of them. Cirrus is a little bit faster, but he is going to get these Hellions out. Those will potentially go to town. We'll see as he's going to send those across the map. And he is getting a bunker out front where it looks like Park has skipped, but he is getting, it looks like 4 Hellions. Oh, and these two are going to cross, possibly. Wow, just barely out of vision. Both of them sending him in. If he were to go in, he might be able to get a little bit of damage done since these Marines do not have a bunker, but he decides not to. But if Park comes in, there's no way. No way with this bunker that he'll get anything done. And 2 other Hellions. This time they are going to meet up, however. And with the lineup there, it looks like, oh, Cirrus is going to lose both. Not a huge deal, but certainly not something that you want to do, and he knows he has to be a little bit defensive here. Does have a medevac out pretty early. Possibly going to go for the drop here. And we'll see. Oh, and if he knew that there was only 2 Marines in that bunker, I bet he would try to get in there. I don't think he saw the medevac or anything. Park is getting his own, which will be on the way. So these 2 players kind of going for very similar things, except Park is going for that cloak on the Banshee. We'll have to see how that works out. He's got 4 Hellions loaded up. Cirrus is looking to do the same sort of thing. He's scanning back and forth, expecting this drop to come in. Cirrus getting that stim, so his will be ready in plenty of time. Scan going down somewhere. Who knows where? There it is. He's going to see not a whole lot there. He does see this tech lab, though, and he should have seen that cloak is coming. So he probably knows. He should throw down an engineering bay just so we can get... oh, he already has the missile turrets on their way. So good reaction there. Not going to do a whole lot. But here we go. Oh, so many Hellions coming in. And how many units lost is there going to be? All things considered, not completely terrible. Only losing 6 overall. That really wasn't too bad. This medevac, oddly enough, going in there, but he does have some idle workers. He'll get those down and around. And there is this Banshee coming across that will have cloak. This is in a pretty good spot. We'll have to see how he does coming in here. He's just got this empty medevac. And we'll see. He sees no missile turret, so he might try to go in, and there's the missile turret, and he will turn around pretty quick. So he is going for the Infernal Pre-Igniter. Oh, alright, and this Viking coming out doing some work, and now he does know for a fact that cloak is out. Medevac's going to head home. Meanwhile, he's got his own Hellion drop coming in here. No defense, really. He could probably, if he gets all the way up here, right to here where it looks like he's going to drop, he might be able to get something done here. All of his units out front. He does have plenty to clean it up, but the question is, how much damage can he do? And did he see that medevac? Oh, he's leaving his base. This could be very, very good. He does see this coming in. Oh, and these SCVs, so many are going to go down. Looks like at least 4. Oh, he misses those 2. A decent splits here. But he really needs to... Oh, he should just be targeting those SCVs. One more volley could have gotten him maybe 2 or 3 more kills. But he does even that out pretty well. Both players here very, very close. With this production tab, we see some siege tank coming out. And that pre-igniter, which will give that +5 to the Hellions and to Hellbats. He'll get that +12. So critical. We'll see if he can use that to mutilate some drones. Oh, and he knows now as he sees that blue flame is out and doesn't quite pick up any of the units in that medevac. He is scanning now, taking a look at what he's got. Smartly lifts up these Vikings. But he kind of sees everything that's going on here. He knows that these Hellions are right out front, and he is building Hellbats back at home. See if he's going to go for potentially Hellbat drops. His missile turrets are in pretty good spot, but may not be able to do it as he does have attack upgrade finishing up, whereas Park is working on that +1 for vehicles. Let's see what happens here. These Hellions can really do a number on these Marines if they don't go down too quickly. Not quite worth it there. I think he may have just gotten 1 Marine. Yeah, definitely not worth it. So he is going to retreat home. He's got plenty here for defense, especially with these siege tanks. No real damage will be done. Combat shields are on the way. And here we go. Well, we will see that Hellbat drop, but did he see that? Oh, no! Oh, no! I just hit B, which backs it up just a little bit. But now we will find out for sure whether or not. I totally meant to do that. And we'll see. Oh, and he totally sees that medevac coming. Absolutely. So that will be deflected a little bit, and he does know now that more drops are in play. We'll see if he uses those Vikings to try and scout it out anywhere. Sending these Marines down. Sure, just maybe trying to check, make sure there's nothing hidden, and also make sure that no drops are going to come in. It's a very common drop route right through here. But he decides to send this Banshee up and around. He's probably just going to check for this 3rd, but plenty of missile turrets going on. Oh, and this SCV was so low. 1 volley could have gotten that. Oh, he might decide to get that anyway. Oh, and it's so close, and he loses the Banshee. A little bit sloppy there. Very sloppy, in fact. Definitely shouldn't have lost anything. And here is that drop going back. It looks like this Viking will see it. Oh, but he's just going to go for it anyway as he's pushing in, but he's going to push directly into a missile turret. Oh no, will he get bowled out? No, both of them go down. Cirrus, oh, great defense there. He had a siege tank at home. That wouldn't have done anything. And he is going to gather up some units now, and it looks like we are going to maybe have some sort of engagement here. Look at the units tab. It is 4 tanks to 6, so Park definitely up, especially with those upgrades. But Cirrus does go into siege mode first. Oh, and with great drops on those Hellbats, this will be cleaned up. Absolutely great drop there. Park dropped those right on top of his whole army. Nothing that he could do. So much damage by those Hellbats. Really nice drop there. You can see the supplies are evening out a little bit, and Cirrus getting very high on his minerals. Oh, but a great engagement there for him. He is dropping those Hellbats. Oh, so much damage. They're almost like Baneling drops the way those are going down. But he is going to be driven back yet again. Still pretty close, though. I wouldn't say that either of these players have a distinctive lead. However, Cirrus's macro getting a little bit out there, as well as ParkChoRong. He needs to get some more production facilities, make sure he can keep up. He does have that third base going over, while Cirrus has had his up for quite some time. You can see that income disparity. But Park does know about it. He did see a missile turret over there, so he knows that that's going in. Oh, and he's going to throw away a lot of units here. Not the best. We're going to zoom out just a little bit, get hopefully a little bit better view of how this is all going to go down. He does see these siege tanks slowly going over. So many scans going down now. These players are both going to position. This is where the chess match of TVT comes full force. He's working on another command center, so Park will be trying to get up a 4th as well. And we'll see, he's going to have the high ground vision here. Oh, but that missile turret's going to go down for sure. But he does certainly have air superiority right now. Oh, he needs those Marines to come in, and they do a pretty good job. There go the scans. Oh my, this is definitely back and forth. Oh, and Cirrus's bank is so high. He's had so much money. There, he finally spends a whole bunch. Hit 2,100 minerals at one point there. Oh, and the siege tank certainly will go down, unfortunately. So he's got a little bit of an area here. So if he decides to drop up here, if he can draw him out of his base, anything like that is possible. Those medevacs going down. Oh, he snipes 2 medevacs. And the Viking finally pulls those back. And yes, his crisis management is suffering quite a little bit. Both these players getting a little bit high up here. We will have to see, as there is a counterattack going over here to the right. Is able to take out tanks, which is so nice. Taking out all those siege tanks is such a great boost for him. And he will retreat back just a little bit here. And he's going to lose a tank of his own, but that's no problem. And Park's big thing, his big gimmick, seems to be those Hellbat drops. And all these tanks are all alone. Oh, if only he had a Banshee or something to come out and clean those up. He's going to pack up with those and leave, as a good attack is going to go over here for Cirrus. And yes, he's pushing forward, and he should be able to do a lot of damage. No medevacs here, unfortunately, and all these units are pretty bruised. I don't really know if he should push up here. There's no tanks or anything. He didn't know that, but it turned out okay for him. All these tanks are lagging behind. He's got a bunch of units going down, working on getting that third. He's setting these up to cut off reinforcements, which is a great move. But he's really cleaned up this natural, and he is going to get that command center. Oh no, but so much damage is coming down that ramp. He needs to get out of here right now. He's going to lose all of these units almost instantly if any of those shots get off. He's going to try to maximize the amount of damage he can do here. Oh, and can he get this third as well? That would be absolutely huge for him. These units are going to die anyway. And with this Viking, I think he's... Oh, but the SCVs underneath are healing it. Can he just barely get it? Oh, it's down to 3 hit points. Oh, and he does get it just in the nick of time. So close there, but that is so huge. Cirrus is in a commanding position. I do not see how he could possibly lose this game. Park is in a very bad spot with no third. He just had to land this at his second. Unit count, oh, look at this, 80 SCVs to 31. So many killed in that last battle. Even a Reaper snuck in there, but I don't think Park has any chance whatsoever here. The army value is just nowhere close. The active forces, you can see, 1,200 there, another couple hundred gas. It's going to be really rough. Now, he is, again, trying this whole... the Hellbat drops in the middle of the army. It's worked well for him, and I realize I'm still in the zoomed out view, but honestly this seems to be a little bit of the right move for this kind of battle. Have to see if we can get it just a little bit closer to see some of the more intricacies, and he's going to set up these siege tanks, and this one's just barely in range, so this one will start going down. Doesn't have anything to clear up these Vikings. Oh, and tries to draw him forward a little bit, but oh, that Marine gets murderized. You can see this is really the line here. Have to see, he has a much better army composition. We do have these, all these Hellbats loaded up. 8 of them. Oh, well, he is going to push forward. Is he going to stim in, or is he going to fall back? Looks like it's too late to stim in, but he goes a little bit late. Oh, and a little bit of indecision there. If he went in right away, he really needed to go for it or not. Really hesitant there. And he does see, and he is going to push in now. A ton of damage from that first volley going off, but he will easily clean up these tanks. Now these Hellbats, oh, and he drops on him, and so much damage being done. That is just doing wonders for Park, even though he is behind. I still don't think he's going to take this engagement overall. And there he does say GG. Wow, those Hellbat drops were highly effective. Really great. Looks like this was a little bit of a clan war here. And really, I'm not quite sure. Cirrus did pretty well. Getting up to third base was really great. If he would have had a little bit better of macro management, I think he would have really steamrolled him. Got a little bit close, especially once he saw that Park was really carrying all of those Hellbats in the medevacs. Very tricky maneuver, but can be really costly. I think Cirrus, if he would have tried to own the air battle a little bit more, maybe get out more Vikings than his opponents, it would have shut down both the Vikings kind of scouting for the siege tanks, as well as shut down those Hellbat drops, especially with the targeting there. So I think that's what he could probably work on in the future, is maybe making that decision to go a little bit heavier into Vikings, especially because he had so much extra money laying around. I think that really would have made the game very one-sided. So that is another cast from the Dinosaur. Hope you all enjoyed it, and have a good one.